So today I went on Steam to do a trade offer or something for CSGO, and I noticed that The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered is now available. And I damn near jumped out of my seat in excitement because I've been waiting to play this game on PC for what feels like forever. I played the first one on PC and it was a ton of fun, and the performance actually wasn't that bad. And so I was really excited to play this one, but I noticed as I scrolled down my heart sank when I saw these new performance specs. They're absolutely disgusting. So as you can see, the minimum system requirements, it says minimum. You have to have 16 gigs of RAM, which I think is fine. A NVIDIA GeForce 1650, which is fine. But then, as you can see with the storage here, 150 gigabytes of available space, and that's not even the best part. SSD required. Yep, you have heard that correctly. SSD required, which means I play this game on a hard drive. I want you to see my storage right now. We go to this PC. I have 64 gigs of free space on my SSD, and I have nearly 440 gigs of available space on my hard drive. Almost like that's what a hard drive is meant for, to free up storage space. If I deleted every single game that I have on Steam, I don't think it would even come close to 150 gigs. Like Arkham Knight, this is on my hard drive. Fortnite is on my hard drive. Red Dead Redemption 2 is on my hard drive. This game is on my SSD. It's like 5 gigabytes. So yeah, basically, I'm not going to be able to play The Last of Us Part 2 on PC. And I was stunned, and I checked to see if the new Spider-Man game that released, I think last year, I don't remember when, had the same specs. And yeah, it does. 140 space and SSD required. So this is clearly a new meta with Sony and Naughty Dog and endless greed of the company for a console game that has absolutely no business being this intense. I saw a comment somewhere online that said it's because the graphics are better. Newsflash: you can remaster a game, have it be optimized. The for reference, the specs. So these specs were 100 gigabytes available space, but this was SSD recommended. So this was SSD recommended, which means they obviously recommended it, but you didn't need an SSD to play. But this is required. So if I spent the $50 to play the game, I wouldn't even be able to play it. I don't think it would load, or I'm not exactly sure how SSD requirements work. Maybe explain in the comment section below. But yeah, basically, if you don't have 150 gigabytes of storage on hand, so what the takeaway from all of this, and this video is rant-like because I just had to record. Like, I couldn't stop myself from recording this because I'm so angry. I'm so disappointed at this failed society and this failed company. Okay, this game bombed upon release. Everybody hated it. It's not a good game, and I have a video that I will link in the description below explaining the issues with it, right? But from a mechanical standpoint, I remember watching it and thinking this looks fun to play, especially on PC, Like, I don't care about the story or anything like that, but it looked fun. And people should be able to play these games on PC. There is absolutely no reason why you have to basically nowadays be rich to play single player video games. All right, let me prove my point here real quick. Let's see Red Dead Redemption 2 system requirements. And if you don't know, this is one of the most beautiful graphical games that's ever released. Let's look at these requirements. 150 gigabytes of available space and 0 recommendations about SSD, hard drive, doesn't matter. I have this game on my hard drive. I played it on my hard drive. Literally, you need a GeForce GTX 770, 2 gigabytes, and you're chilling, okay? But with Last of Us Part 2, you need 150 gigs of SSD storage. Now, I'm sure the argument would be that you can buy available storage on an SSD, but that is not the point. The point is that these companies are lazy to optimize their game, because this I'm sure could on a hard drive. But Naughty Dog is specifically choosing, right? Because I do YouTube videos. I have VODs that are saved. I have things that are uploaded, etc., etc. I have updates on my PC. I have certain games that I play that I need to have on my SSD to run optimally. I can't be dropping $100 on a 2 terabyte SSD and install it for this game, which I would literally play one time and then uninstall because it has well, it could have good replay value. I don't know. And not to mention, of course, that if you remember when the first game released, there were a ton of bugs. It was broken. I mean, on PC when it released, and it took like 3 months to like fully patch regardless. So Naughty Dog is saying, hey, get out your wallet, pay us $50 full price for a game that probably won't, run well at all, regardless of your PC, regardless of your specs, and have an SSD requirement of 150 gigs of available space. And it's, again, recommended that you have a GeForce RTX 3060, which costs roughly around $300 to $500. I'm telling you, this is the new meta of modern gaming. You have to be wealthy to play, period. These prices are insane for these requirements, and it's not right. It's not fair. And I know some people are probably going to say that you should just buy a console, buy a PS5, whatever. I mean, I get that. I understand that PC is an afterthought for Sony at this point. But come on, man. PC players matter. I mean, they make up the bulk of sales of a lot of, companies, and I don't care about the price at all of the game itself. They could charge $60, I'd pay it. They could charge $50, I'd pay it. I've wanted to play this game for years, and it's just heartbreaking knowing that I'm not going to be able to because it's SSD required, and I have absolutely zero intentions. Hey, Naughty Dog, if you're watching this video, I'm not going to spend a penny of my money getting more storage on my SSD so I can play your game. I don't care. I don't care enough about it. I'm sure a lot of PC players don't care enough about it to buy 150 gigs of storage on SSD. People don't care, okay? I hope that this gets fixed somehow, although it most likely won't. If you're able to play this game, power to you. Enjoy it for me, but in the meantime, I'll just, I guess, watch people play it on YouTube. It's, again, just incredibly disappointing. This is the state of gaming where games are just not being optimized. Companies are not taking the time. If you've seen the optimization for Red Dead Redemption 2, it's insane. I mean, I played Red Dead Redemption 2 on a gaming laptop. I think it had a 1060 graphics card in it, and it ran actually. This has to stop. This lack of optimization and these insane PC requirements need to stop. And I'm sorry that I'm, kind of raising my voice and that I'm angry, but this is genuine emotion. This is raw, uncut, because I am not the only one who feels this way, and my channel is dedicated towards exposing these companies for what they are and just stating things how they are. And if you're somebody who thinks that this is okay, or that PC should be expensive, it hasn't been for 10 years. Back in the day, PCs were actually relatively cheap. But now, because so many people are able to buy them for cheap, kind of, right? The companies have they've caught on, oh, wow, if they're willing to pay this much for a PC, we'll have them pay this much for this. And then if they're willing to pay $500 for a graphic card, then we'll charge $1,000 for a graphics card. And it just keeps increasing and increasing and increasing and increasing. Who knows what's next? I mean, it could be a case where 3 years from now, it's now 250 gigabytes of available space, SSD required, 4090 required, then a 5090 required. It's just insane. It has gotten completely out of control, and more people need to, become aware of this. So please, if you watch this video, share it, blow it up so that other people can see it. On the road to 500 subscribers. Please subscribe if you like it. And fuck Naughty Dog.